Do you love to play Magic Online but have a tight budget? Check out MTGO Academy's Academy Budget Bot in the Magic Online Classifieds. All cards in stock are cheaper than one event ticket.
Okay, here we are for the second round. Let's hope this goes a little better. Not going to mulligan this one. Play this mountain just in case we draw nullify. If we don't draw nullify, or excuse me, island. If we don't, we're gonna play mountain. In case we draw bolt. I like these two Kragma Butchers versus his Vanguard though. That should be good. And of course versus that too. So we'll play it. Say go. Gonna block this Vanguard if he ships in there. Which he does not. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play the Emissary and say go here. I just don't want to take any risks. If he plays just anything dumb like the Leonin Snarecaster or something and just gets to kind of destroy us with God Favor General and stuff, it just, I don't want to deal with that. Even if we do have a pretty reasonable attack here. Just Vanguard of Bramaz? Alright, well, if that's all you're attacking with, I'm just going to block with my worst thing that still trades for it. I mean, he's obviously got a trick of some sort, so I'm going to make him use it here. Well, he might even have two tricks, because that one wouldn't have got the job done. I think I like Fate Foretold and Kragma Butcher this turn better than Nimbus Naiad. We need to go wide here. We need to get as many bodies down as we can, and I'd rather have a Butcher than a Naiad because of the toughness boost. And we're just going to say go here again. Number one concern is God Favor General. These don't really matter. I mean, these aren't that big of a deal. Arena Athlete, huh? Okay, well, I think I'm just going to play Arena Athlete, and I'm just going to soft cast a Nimbus Naiad here. I want to keep building out our board, and we don't really want a big bestow creature here. We'd rather just have a bunch of good blockers. And Nimbus Naiad is a fine blocker against 1 to 3 of his guys. He's got a Nyxborn Shieldmate. So yeah, I mean, he's kind of going off with that Vanguard, but still kind of not really doing much here. These cat soldiers aren't really that relevant, at least not yet. They might be later, but they're not now. He might be tempted to start battling with this thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just kill it. He only gets to kill one thing. I don't really care which one. If he kills our Emissary, then we get to draw a card, which I definitely take here. He killed the Nimbus Naiad. Yeah, same reasoning as before. I'm not going to bestow here. Getting a bestow there doesn't really do enough anyway. Man, this guy knows what he likes to draft. 1 and 2 power creatures, but they're not getting the job done here. And unfortunately, we are continuing our trend of drawing infinite lands here, although we've drawn a reasonable mix this game. Just this is the point in the game, of course, where you start paying extra attention to how many lands you've drawn, because every one you draw is worthless. Alright, so he's going to ship the team in here, and we've got some blocks to make. So Butcher will block this thing because it's the best there. I'm going to put the Arena Athlete on here, and then this is going to block a token, and then I guess this will block here. So he's going to have some tricks of some sort, probably something along the lines of like a Dauntless Onslaught or something. But he can't get everything. Like we're going to kill some stuff here. And he does have a big enough board presence now that we can't just be real picky and only block like one thing or whatever. We can't take like 8 or 10 just to try to play around his combat trick. All right, he's got Battle-Wise Valor there. So that's going to eat Kregma Butcher. Yeah, I'll take that. That's fine by me. Let's get some Fate Foretold action going here. Bolt. You know what's funny? There isn't really anything that we want to bolt here. Yeah, there's just not. I mean, none of these creatures really matter. He's going to have to cast something that actually matters. I think he just has to say go here. Oh. I guess he saw it a different way. Okay, well, I guess our blocks are pretty straightforward. We block this thing and we block this thing. And we take 4. All right, there's Dauntless Onslaught. All right, so we draw a bunch of cards. We get to clear out a bunch of his threats here and hopefully make our own. Yeah, that's good. These are good starts. That's really good. So let's kill something here. I'm going to kill this thing and get a scry. No, we don't want any more of you. And I just have to play Shelly just the old-fashioned way here, and then we'll leave up Nullify. So we're still pretty stable here. And snap Nullify the Snarecaster. That saves us 5 damage and puts basically lethal up. And we just want to draw creatures now. That one's perfect. That one is one of the best ones against our opponent. Interestingly, I can actually just attack here. If I attack here, I can trade off for like 2 creatures. Let's see, 3. Yeah, I'm going to attack. It's a little greedy, but we're at 9 here. I can take a crackback, and if I trade off for like a Shield Mate and a Bronze Sable, it puts him so far behind. A Bronze Sable and a Cat Soldier, same thing. And if he doesn't block, I get to draw cards and just get ahead of him. Yeah. So that works out for us. Because him having that huge board state, which is what makes this whole thing scary. Observant Alsea doesn't do anything here. Fortunately, either does Mountain. And we're both top decking. Theoretically, this favors us. But mono white, I don't know. I never even played against it. Nyxborn Shield Mate. All right, now we're going to start taking 2 a turn. Yeah, we just need to find a creature. There's one. So I can hit for 3, 4, 5, 6. I can hit for 7, and then I take 2 on the backswing. That actually doesn't seem too bad. Trade 7, bring him down to 18. Nah, I guess not. It's close. I mean, normally I would trade 7 damage for 2 damage, but I kind of feel like going down to 5 is getting a little sketchy, and bringing him to 18 is kind of nothing. All right. Opponent's probably reading that card going, what is that nonsense? And it's hard to disagree with them. Card is weird. Traveling Philosopher. No, I'd prefer a 3/3 over a 2/2. Oh, there we go. That's fantastic. What a nice rip. On a no flyers board, and with our opponent top decking, Sphinx's Disciple can actually take over this game. And he's kind enough to play his land for us too, just to make sure we don't play around anything. Oh. And let's just beat down while we're at it. Make your own dragon. Actually, I'm just going to move in here. I was going to keep some mana up, but I don't actually see the point of doing that because I've got plenty of blockers on the ground. I was going to keep a couple of mountains up so that I could pump enough to kill this Nyxborn Shieldmate, but I'd rather just reduce the clock and keep the beatdown flowing. Now we're completely in the driver's seat here. We're going to start drawing 2 cards a turn off Sphinx's Disciple if it survives this turn. And we're going to be hitting him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the air. God's willing. Naming blue. That's... I don't think I care. That's just to get in for 3, is that right? Maybe just desperately trying to chain some stuff together here. Yes. Draw me some cards. Boo. And they're both islands too, just for the rub-ins. Alright, well. I don't think we can lose now because we have Perplexing Chimera sitting there. So if he makes a play that kills us, then we undo. We do need to draw 1 mountain still though, because then I hit him for 8 and sack this thing to do 2 to him. But we've got some draw steps to do that, I guess. Chosen by Heliod, that resolves. If we had the mountain, then I would just trade. But we don't. Yeah, because if we have the mountain, then we just trade. We get chosen by Heliod, we draw a card. He doesn't, he's out of cards, and we have lethal in the air with these 2 things. But yeah, he doesn't We don't have that mountain yet, so there's no reason to take the risk. He just gets to top deck one stupid card here to try to find something, and we, like I said, we can just switch off. All right, he's going to play a Dauntless Onslaught here. So I think we just switch here. Pump this and this. No, we do lose a blocker if we do that, though. He's targeting this and this. Means that we can take damage from this. Block here, chump block here. Yeah, I think that's fine. You got it. And he's just going to attack with the team here. But once he turns this sideways, it opens him up to death potentially too, so... This way, if we draw a mountain out of those next draw steps, and we win. Sea God's Revenge does it too. Also, any bestow creature. I mean, we had a ton of outs here, to be honest. This actually leaves him behind with a shield mate and gives him another shield mate. Does it actually kill him? Do we kill him here? I mean, we certainly get rid of Traveling Philosopher. Yeah, I think we just do this. This does leave him with 2 blockers, but he must chump. And his vanilla 2 or his 2/2 and his 1/2 aren't. They're going to be good chump blockers, but they're not going to be alive. All right. We just attack with everything here. So he's aggressive. Again, we want to try to slim this deck down and go for the other direction. So I like Crypsis, I like Mnemonic Wall, I like Pinnacle of Rage, and then I want to take out our Sphinx's Disciple. Seem pretty good against him. It's one of our best card advantage engines. In fact, maybe... So yeah. Flame Speaker Adept, are you better than something? 2/3s are often better. We have infinite 2/3s, which is kind of funny. Arena Athlete can go for sure. I'm basically going to board similar to how we did last time. I took out the Sphinx's Disciple last time for a Mnemonic Wall. And I'll probably do that again here. It's still pretty slow. Yeah, sure. We'll go like that. Kragma Butcher seems a little bit better than the Scry Pump guy. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's like same hand. Two 3s versus 2 2s is the name of the game here, and we should be able to win this this fight over the long run, hopefully over the short run as well. We've gotten a little unlucky and peeled 2 lands in a row, but it's not too unlucky, I guess. Bolt. No, I think we can just butcher here. I think Butcher will do just fine. If he gets to attack with his God Favor General, he's going to need to use a combat trick, and then we can bolt it. You know, if he has Dauntless Onslaught, he might just ship both guys in here. That's pretty good. He can attack with it here. Oh, really? All right, well, let's get that combat trick out of his hand. And then we'll bolt this thing. Yeah, good. He can still have God's Willing, which would be really annoying. But yeah, I still think I want to fire off Bolt here. This is one of the ways the game can get away from us, is if he just starts spewing out 1/1 tokens. I mean, the other option is just playing Perforos' Emissary. Alright, he had another Mortal's Ardor. Okay. We still got our Scry. We will keep that as it's a spell, and I like spells. I'm not super worried here, though, because he is going to spend his whole turn worth of mana making his 1/1s, which, I mean, it's a well worth to spend it, but we also get to play Perplexing Chimera next turn, and then Perforos' Emissary, and then Crackling Triton, and these. We can really minimize these 1/1s at some point. The problem is if he has like a card like Spear of Heliod, then we get screwed, but... So let's play Perplexing Chimera. So, yep, this will be interesting. We might fall too far behind his God Favor General, especially if he has another combat trick. That's where it gets really bad. Like if he doesn't pay here and goes for like Observant Alseid. Okay, he's going to pay. So now the list gets shorter. Something like a Battle-Wise Valor is what we're fearing now. But even then, you know, like I said, we get to eventually outclass his 1/1s. It just depends on how behind we are when that happens. What just happened? What did I miss? I think he just mistapped. So he's going to get to attack for 3 here, which we're going to take, drop down to 11, and then hopefully we'll be more stable now. Yeah, I think he just misclicked there or something. Ooh, Follow the Hammer. Love that. Play this Emissary, I think. Yeah, I still think we want to play it. And then we'll Follow the Hammer something here probably too. The 2 life gain's kind of cool, but it's also not really relevant. At least not in this game. It's funny, against his deck, Perplexing Chimera is just much better as a 3/3 than pretty much anything else he's doing, which I think is funny. I guess this does attack. Does he just ship here? No, he just attacks with Sun Guide. Yeah, I like it. That's good. No. Nope, you get to have that guy. And then I think I don't do anything. Or maybe if I do, I just kill something now with Follow the Hammer. I don't know if what I'm supposed to kill here. I'm going to use a Crackling Triton to keep that Vanguard at bay. There's even a chance that I'm just supposed to kill it right now before he makes any tokens with it, but I feel like a 2/3 blocker's doing a lot of work on this board too. He doesn't really have any good attacks here. Alright, that's sketchy. Yeah, that sucks for us. That's really bad. I think we're going to lose now. Yeah, maybe I just save my... I mean, I didn't know he had that, but still, maybe I just save my Fall of the Hammer and assume that he's got something more worthy. I just didn't want to fall too far behind and die with that thing in my hand. So I block here and I take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so I can't. Oh, I did this backwards. I should have just chumped here if I was going to do it this way. I guess still taking out a guy, but yeah, I wanted to kill this. Basically, if I'm going to chump, I need to chump here and kill this. But all right, looks like he managed to get too far ahead of us here. So we're going to concede this one. But I mean, we certainly know his game plan, and we're going to just sort of keep at it here. Our draw was pretty clunky. Cerberus is interesting. Does it do well against him? Not particularly. All right. Let's just get a better draw, I guess, or maybe play a little better. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. We get to bolt something early. We get to buy back bolt late. Kill something again. Mnemonic Wall is going to do really good work against him, I think. Can't really bluff Nullify there. We need to be able to have Bolt on turn 3 in case he plays something we want to kill. If he plays that Vanguard of Bramaz, we'll just kill it. Hero, definitely getting killed. Get that out of here immediately. Yeah, I'll put that on top. So you can see our game plan here. Next turn we're going to play Thassa's Emissary, and then the next turn we're going to play Tapper Guy plus Dragon Mantle to hopefully tap something down. And once we start drawing cards off Emissary, this game's just going to end. Ooh, if he's missing his land drop here, we're in really good shape. Oh, he is? Yeah. All right, now we're in business. Big business. Going to try to go off with Shelly here. All right, he does land now, though. Obviously not blocking if he attacks. Okay. So it does look like we're going to get a chance to hit here, so that's nice. So Wave Crash Triton, Mantle, tap this thing down, draw a card, maybe a land even. Land would be good. Oh, Triton's fine too. We get another draw step here, unless he chump blocks. He's not going to chump block though. Yeah, we did draw land. All right, so back in business here. Things still looking quite good for us. Wow, he's going to attack. That's interesting. Yeah, just going to take that. I'd really just like to draw a land again. I'd love to have Crackling Triton down and then be able to kill Snarecaster in response to some trick or something. No such luck. I don't want to trade Thassa's Emissary for these two creatures, or for one of these creatures, so we're not going to do that. Thinking of actually just playing Borderland Minotaur. Gosh, or Perplexing Chimera. Yeah, I'm going to play Perplexing Chimera. I want to use up all my mana here, and it attacks pretty similarly. Go ahead. We're definitely the beatdown here. He stumbled, and we've been able to sort of capitalize here, but he might not know that. There's an emissary, and yes, we are going to be switching those. Because he gets a vanilla 3/3, and we get the 1-2 punch here, the power combo. So can we do anything right now? I think we can just Crackling Triton right now. So far we don't really have anything I don't think that he'd want to steal with Perplexing Chimera. We're still not quite there either as far as attacks go. So I'm just going to play the other one. Then I have a lot of damage to throw around. I can kill Leonin Snarecaster and Laganaban Elder at instant speed. Or not, yeah, I guess it's at instant speed, but it's on the board. He's going to send in the team. All right, 3, 6, 7. I mean, it could take 9 here. I'm not going to block. I can hit him for 15 right now. But more importantly, I can just sort of pick apart his board. Surgical style. I've got a lot of life total to work with here, and this could backfire down the line, but I think for now, I'm okay with it. I think this kind of minimizes his combat tricks a lot. Because if he wants to fire him off just as extra damage, it doesn't really get the job done for him. And I get to draw cards next turn. I get to draw multiple cards during the course of the turn. Yeah, Dauntless Onslaught for 4 damage. All right, so he's like sort of lava axing us here. He might also just throw in the +1/+1 and lifelink just to make sure that we can't race him, which would make sense. Yeah, he is going to do that. And I really like that for our side of it, because now we get to just kill these things. So yeah, I'm just going to attack with this Emissary and this Triton. He's at 25. We can't race him now, so I'm not going to try to move all in here. There's a Nimbus Naiad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, so don't have enough to do Nimbus Naiad. Plus, we still have to worry about Perplexing Chimera here. So I think I can just say go here, actually. Took a huge hit last turn, no doubt about it. Pretty sure he's going to jam with a bunch of his creatures here too. Good. I'm going to block like that. You know what? Actually, I think what I want to do here is block like that. These trade without spending any mana. And if he pumps this thing, I can sack it to kill his Perplexing Chimera instead. Get that thing off the table so that we can start casting. Like if I cast Nimbus Naiad and he puts it on one of his things, it's a big issue for us. This way, these are all safe blocks. They're all what we want, so he must do something. Okay. I think I can live with that. Yeah, I think I'm actually not going to live with that. I think what I'm going to do is, instead of trading these two off, I think I'm going to hit this thing and I'm going to throw the other one at it too. Because the Laganaban Elder gets a lot worse anyway. We're only taking one here. And this thing is really annoying. Yeah, especially with stuff like that. Yeah, I think I'm fine to stick with the plan here, because I can also just kill it, but I'm going to kill a Perplexing Chimera, get it off the board, and then now I'm going to start just slamming stuff. In fact, here I'm going to go Nimbus Naiad, I think. Maybe just Mnemonic Wall, get back Bolt Skyguard. Yeah, I like that. If he has one more pump spell, it's super, super annoying. But I don't think we'll die. Because I don't think he'll be able to get it up to 5 because he's got to use it this turn. And then as the board sits, we're in really good shape now. We have good blocks here. And I think I can even sneak in a hit here. And this way I leave back 2 different colors. If we're forced to trade off our Laganaban Elder, then so be it. Annoying, but fair. And we say go. You know, Heliod's Emissary for Elders, like I said, it's annoying, but it's fine. We've got most of the momentum now in the match, or in the game. These things, of course, are going to do serious work for us. Observant, I'll say it's interesting here. If he wants to attack, he's going to have to attack with both, and then we do get to eat his Laganaban, or trade it for his Laganaban Elder. And we take no damage this turn too. If he doesn't attack, then he's really in bad shape because we Nimbus Naiad up something. Yeah, he's going to offer. I do have the option of taking the 3 here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take 0 and just trade creature for creature here. Because this situation benefits us a lot. Because we can do... Well, let's... yeah, so what we can do is we can go like this. And start killing him in the air. And keeping the card draw flowing. And then we can even play a Borderland Minotaur on the ground as backup plan too. Crypsis is interesting. But I think I still want to just use up all this mana. I like having 2 different colors of creatures. I mean, right now, if he draws God's Willing, it doesn't really do anything anyway. But in the future... you know, you do want to kind of manage your creatures against God Willing decks, like if you had like a lethal attacker. Yeah, so we got to take 3 here. Yeah, I'm just going to take it. Actually, you know, there's an interesting choice. I could also just chump block here and not feel too awful about it. No, I think I would actually feel pretty awful about it. He's mono white. He doesn't have any actual reach, so I think we're okay. Gonna Fate Foretold this wall because I think it's most likely just to be thrown in the way. Hopefully we just draw a creature. Creature would be good. Just anything that can block, just in case he has like another one of these. No creature. All right, well, we'll try to draw one here. No such luck. But the good news is we have a stable board, and even another Leonin Snarecaster doesn't win it for him because we have Crypsis. I'll probably get greedy with Crypsis and block here if he does go for the attack. Go Crypsis on our Emissary block. That is kind of why we put it in the deck. Got Chosen. Okay. Chosen's basically the same. It's just he's still top decking basically. So I don't expect any attacks from him here. And of course I'm immediately proven wrong. It's got a pump spell, obviously. Good. That's perfect. Kills one of our blue creatures, draws us an extra card, and we get rid of his biggest threat. So this works out just fine for us. He put the card on the bottom, so that's more good news. Ooh. Yeah. That's just a straight 2-for-1 here. That ought to do it. All right, so we won round 2. We still have one more round to go here, though, so we'll see you guys.